Welcome to the Scottish Rite Journal podcast, an audio presentation of the Scottish Rite Journal, brought to you by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. This week's article is Selfishness versus Masonic Altruism by Brother Joshua Daniel Welch, 32nd degree, and comes from the November-December 2024 issue of the Scottish Rite Journal. The contrast between selfishness and altruism is never far from our minds and hearts in the current holiday season, for it is the contrast between the miserly impulses of the unrepentant Ebenezer Scrooge and the generosity of his clerk, Bob Cratchit. Like Charles Dickens in his seminal holiday work, A Christmas Carol, philosophers and religious leaders have long cautioned against the deleterious effects of selfishness on individuals and on society as a whole. The Greek philosopher Aristotle, for example, in the Nicomachean Ethics wrote, "Now the man destitute of self-control desires either all pleasant things indiscriminately or those which are specially pleasant, and he is impelled by his desire to choose these things in preference to all others." In the Christian tradition, Jesus says, "Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." Mark chapter 8, verses 34 through 35. This passage emphasizes the importance of self-denial and putting the needs of others above one's own desires. If you're a Master Mason, check out the Master Craftsman Online College, the premier education platform from the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, Southern Jurisdiction. From Craft Lodge to Scottish Rite philosophy, visit www.mastercraftsmancollege.org for complete info and use promo code SRJ2024, that's SRJ2024 for 20% off any course. In more recent times, Carl Jung, the Swiss pioneer in psychoanalysis, delved into the psychological roots of selfishness. Jung believed that selfishness arises from the ego's desire to assert itself over others, leading to feelings of isolation and disconnection. By contrast, he wrote in the Red Book, "Sacrifice is not destruction. Sacrifice is the foundation stone of what is to come." Throughout history, selfishness has, in fact, been a pervasive force that has hindered human progress in various ways, from individual greed to societal injustice. The ramifications of selfish behavior are far-reaching and profound. Masonic altruism, on the opposite end of the moral spectrum, is a concept that embodies the idea of selfless giving and kindness towards others. As the Masonic philosopher and Scottish Rite leader Albert Pike once famously stated, "What we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world remains and is immortal." In a world that often overvalues extreme individualism and self-interest, the principles of Freemasonry promote a sense of duty to help and support those in need. Through various charitable initiatives and community service projects, Masons demonstrate their commitment to making a positive impact on society. By putting the needs of others before their own, they embody the values of selflessness and compassion, setting an example for others to follow. In order to combat selfishness and promote human progress, it is essential to cultivate a sense of empathy, compassion, and unity among individuals. As we each look inwards at this special time of year, let us each work towards creating a more compassionate and interconnected world where altruism, not selfishness, is the norm. It is only through selflessness and empathy that we can truly achieve our full potential and contribute to the betterment of humanity as a whole. Like and share this article, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you wish to comment, please leave one, and as a reminder, hit the notifications bell. Any accompanying photographs or citations for this article can be found in the corresponding print edition. The Scottish Rite Journal is published by the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite, Southern Jurisdiction, Mother Supreme Council of the World. Mark Dreisenstock, 33rd degree, Managing Editor. I'm your host, Matt Bowers.